See the stone set in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side. I'll wait for you. Slide a hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails he makes me wait, and I'll wait without you, with or without you, with or without you.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to as we moved together. I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Before we commence, could I just get you to check your phones are on silent or switched off, please? Well, good afternoon. I extend a warm welcome to you as we join in celebration of Marlene's life. My name is Barbara Gilbury, and on behalf of Arthur and Marlene's family, I thank you for your attendance here today. And I would also like to acknowledge those watching on live stream from afar. Thank you for joining us. Marlene Janice Pullen passed away from complications of Parkinson's on Saturday, the 22nd of February in Eliza Purton Home, Ulverston. She was 81. Albert Einstein once said, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning." Arthur and Marlene did not stop questioning and learning the ins and outs of Parkinson's disease. It requires tenacity, resilience, strength of character, and it makes you braver than you believe and stronger than you may seem. And that not only goes for those that have Parkinson's, but those loved ones around them. As we learn of Marlene's life, let us keep in mind the mountains climbed and the pathways that are sometimes not so smooth. The pathways that are often not meant to be taken, but they're thrown up at us. Marlene was born in Latrobe Maternity Hospital on the 1st of the 1st, 1945, to Jack and Nora Hennessy of Sulphur Creek. Marlene was the 8th of 13 children. Ken, Valma, Stan, Kevin, Patricia, Victor, Brendan and Shane, they're all deceased. And Shirley, Helen, Lynette and Christine with us today. She grew up on the farm on 9 Mile Creek at Sulphur Creek and attended Penguin Primary and Ulverston Catholic Private School. The farm is now owned by the Costa Group, and the land is now full of blueberry bushes. The farm's house is still standing. At the age of 15, she moved to Launceston to live with her sister Valma and worked at Cosgrove Park Nursing Home. This is where she met her first husband, Tony Del Pizzo. This period of her life introduced her to the Italian culture, and she learned to cook delicious Italian food. Tony and Marlene married in August 1961, and their first child, Lisa, was born early 62. Their second child, Giovanni, was born December 1962, and their third child, Marina, was born in 64. They lived in Hunter Street, Invermay, and the children remember Marlene was always working. She worked several places during her time in Launceston, and that included Patton and Bourne's Woolen Mill, Repco, Launceston General Hospital, and Cosgrove Park Nursing Home. Marlene and her 3 children moved back to Penguin Farm in 1971, and they lived on the farm for a short while and then moved to Bird Street in Burnie. Marlene continued to work a variety of jobs, including Napoli Restaurant, Farmer's Calf, the Bass Bakery, and the Camelot Party Plan. In later years, she became a home carer and a high-level disability carer. During the 70s, Marlene's stepson Greg became part of the family. She worked various jobs all her life, but the one she most enjoyed and achieved great accomplishment in was the Camelot Party Plan. One must remember that in the 80s, the party plan was a big thing for all sorts of homewares. Marlene was a social person and enjoyed meeting all the people she came across in the party plan. She was booked out most nights of the week and, of course, receiving and delivering all the wares during the day. She won Salesperson of the Month many times, and she earned many trophies and accolades of her successful sales. Her success won her many overseas trips during that time. Her first trip was to Noumea, but that was cut short when she had to return due to the early death of her mum. That was in 1980. Other trips that followed were to America, Mexico, Japan and Thailand. Sounds like the party plan was the goal. During the 80s and 90s, whilst busy with her party plan, Marlene was also involved in the Burney Pistol Club and the Burney Gun Club. She was active on committees, as well as competing at the Pistol Club events. She was president of the Pistol Club for about 5 years and was always involved in activities and meetings. By 1977, the family moved to Penguin Road, Alverston. Her children all finished school during those early years at Alverston and left home and started their own families. Marina had her first child, Kristen, in 1984, and Marlene became the grandmother for the first time. Kristen was followed by Lisa and David's children, Hannah, Sam, and another child from Marina, India. That was over the next 5 years. Giovanni met and married Debbie in 1993, bringing Debbie's children, Danny and Zoe, into the family, following with the birth of Marcus in 1994, now totaling 7 grandchildren. Now, the story goes, while she was out one evening in 1998 with friends, Marlene picked up Arthur at the bar at Turner's Beach. She chatted Arthur up and asked him if he'd like dancing. She told him that there was a dance here next Saturday night, and would you like to come along? I'm told that this was the beginning of the best years of Marlene's life, and Arthur is very much loved by all her family. The couple married in 2002. The ballroom and New Vogue dancing continued in their life together. And not only did Arthur bring love to their life, he also showed Marlene how to have fun in her life. Arthur's 2 sons, Darren and Steve. Darren has 3 children, Danica, Jed, and Jack. Steve married Amanda and Emily and Thomas. This has brought the grandchildren to a total of 12. Today, the family has grown further with their great-grandchildren. Will, Chloe, Emily, Murphy, Joseph, Desmore, Lily, Fletcher, Tori, Mia, Luca, and V, and Bo, Jay, Jai, Lua, and Milla. Whew, however, did you remember them all? During her early years living in Alverston with Arthur, Mum acquired a little poodle, Alfie. It became her most treasured companion. Sorry, Arthur. However, the 2 of them spoilt Alfie. It was a surprise to all of us, as Mum was not an inside dog person. Marlene and Arthur and Alfie moved to live in Wynyard and stayed there until their retirement. Their dream in retirement was to travel to the mainland in their caravan, which they did for 18 months. Many memories were made on this trip, and one of the most memorable was a very long-lasting lunch at Brown Brothers Winery. It lasted all day. The Nissan had to find its own way back to the caravan park, meeting many people and becoming friends along the way on their journeys. Marlene took up acrylic painting classes and grew orchids. She painted a few lovely pieces, including one that's on the memory table, and her and Arthur joined the Burney and Devonport Orchid Societies. They really developed a passion for these lovely plants, which included winning several awards. Her and Arthur also joined Burney Senior Sits and played and won many indoor bowls competitions. And thank you to the Bowls Club today for their Guard of Honour. On On eventually returning to live in Elverston, Marlene and Arthur continued growing and cultivating their orchids and continued their involvement in the senior sits. However, Marlene started to decline due to her Parkinson's. During her years suffering with Parkinson's, Arthur and Marlene immersed themselves in gaining as much knowledge as they could about this terrible condition and how to cope and manage the disease. Eventually, after being cared for by Arthur for as long as he could manage, Marlene had to go into the nursing home Eliza Purton. Marlene was cared for at the home for 18 months, and sadly, as mentioned, she passed away from the difficulties of this terrible disease. The way Marlene coped with her illness reflects her strength of character, which she always showed during many years of coping with life battles that were presented to her. You may have seen too that there is a donation box at the front for the Parkinson's disease. I'd like to read a tribute out from granddaughter Kristen. Our Nana, a person who loves and is loved unconditionally, the best secret keeper, one of the sweetest smile and the biggest heart, kind, loving, giving. The one person you can always turn to no matter how old you get. A beautiful lady that we were so blessed to have in our life. Very few people are lucky enough to have their grandmother and great-grandmother a big part of their lives for as long as we had. Whilst we wish that you could be here forever, we will forever cherish the memories we have and created with you. Thank you for being such a special part of our lives and being part of shaping me into the person that I am today. I will always love you to the moon and back, Kristen. And this one from Arthur. The beauty of a memory is that it's always there. Like a penny in your pocket, you can take it anywhere. And when your heart is heavy and your eyes are filled with tears, you can focus on a memory and travel through the years. Your heart can visit happy times when laughter filled the air. Feel the presence of a loved one. It lessens your despair. This is your time to journey onwards. Take comfort as you go. We have a lifetime of beautiful memories, and my heart still loves you so.
There's an empty, faded armchair sitting by the kitchen door. On the shelf, the old clock's silent. Time don't mean much anymore. Like my heart, this place feels empty. It's a house, it ain't a home. It won't ever feel the same now that Mama's gone. Mama's gone, but not the memories that we shared down through the years. They'll live on, just like the stories that she told, and she dried my tears. I remember in the schoolyard how she meet me at the gate. That loving smile upon her face, she was never late. Though times were far from easy, some little gift she'd bring. Take me by the hand and lead me home, happy as a king. Mama's gone, but not the memories that we shared down through the years. They'll live on, just like the stories that she told, as she dried my tears. Those days don't last forever. Time unties those gaping strings. The clock of life is ticking, and young lives must spread their wings. Though you're fighting for your country, and you've gone to play your part, when the battle's all around you, Mama's in your heart. Mama's gone, but not the memories that we shared down through the years. They'll live on, just like the stories that she told as she dried my tears. I can't believe Mama's gone.
So I made up my mind to live in memories of old lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life and dreams of yesterday. Those happy hours that we once knew, though long ago, still make me blue. They say that time heals a broken heart, but time has stood still since we've been apart. I can't stop loving you, so I made up my mind to live in memories of old lonesome time. I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say. So I'll just live my life and dream of yesterday.
Downtown tonight, I saw an old friend, someone who I used to take comfort from long before I met you. I caught a spark from her eye, a forgotten desire. With a word or a touch, Lord, I could have rekindled that fire. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. Sometimes at night I think of the lovers I've known, and I remember how feel you beside me, and even their memories are gone, like stars in the night, lost in the sweet light of dawn. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two, but old flames can't hold a candle to you. Sometimes at night I think of the lovers I've known. I remember how holding them helped me not feel so alone. Then I feel you beside me, and even their memories are gone, like stars in the night, lost in the sweet light of dawn. But old flames can't hold a candle to you. No one can light up the night like you do. Flickering embers of love, I've known one or two, but old flames can't hold a candle to you. Old flames can't hold a candle to you.
And feel free to share your memories and support the family with some refreshments after the service today. I'd like to read this from Marlene's 3 children. Mum, you may have thought we didn't see or that we hadn't heard life lessons that you taught to us, but we got every word. Perhaps you thought we missed it all and that we'd grown apart. But Mum, we picked up everything. It's written on our heart. Without you, Mum, we wouldn't be the people we are today. We may have rolled our eyes at times when you had your say. We've grown up with your values and we're very glad we did. So here's to you, Mum, from all your forever grateful kids. Now, we're going to ask the family to come up and place some flowers on the casket. And once you've placed your flowers, if you could take your seat again, because we haven't quite concluded the service. Thank you. And the time has come to close the service today, to say our final words and to let Marlene go onwards. Marlene and Arthur kept moving forward after her diagnosis, not because their path was clear of obstacles, but because something within them still leant towards better times. Eventually, after their fight, Marlene found a gentler place, a place, peace, free from her earthly restrictions. It is there she can patiently wait for Arthur and all her loved ones when their time comes, and they can travel onwards and tell her their stories. Yes, there is grief left behind, and that grief will unfold for some. However, in time, by taking small steps each day on that path, it becomes easier and life carries on. Support each other, as I know you will, and remember you have no words. When you have no words, love also speaks in silence. Marlene was a very hard worker, a strong lady. She could be adamant about some things, but was involved in her community and took part in life even when she had her restrictions. She had a beautiful life with Arthur. You will all miss her individually. And when the funeral ends, something else begins. That something is learning to live in your world that has changed because she is no longer in it. Never forget how Marlene was for each of you. Marlene, in gratitude for your life, we now send you forward. May you find great peace and join the stars shining brightly in the night sky. You will forever walk with by your family's side and forever live in their hearts. Rest in deep peace.
I played a party last night for some old folks. They were dancing and smiling at me. Except this old man alone at a table, as if there's some place that he'd rather be. and I